Hi again. Today I want to talk about a really interesting concept from Jeff Bezos, the founder and CEO of Amazon, and it's called day one thinking. And if you can get into day one thinking in your company, it will transform your results. I'm Kevin Gallagher from Mental Performance Coaching, and we help business owners to take control of their business so they can enjoy more of a life. The basic essence is that on day one you had a fight, a passion, a determination and a willingness to bend over backwards and do all the best things you could possibly do for your customers. And that keeps you really strong in the beginning, yet it so often fades away over time and weakens your business. And you can become a little bit more self-orientated instead of customer-orientated, and that ends up really hurting you. So what I'd like to share with you the 4 main points he makes in the letter, because they can make a really great self-assessment and a discussion for you and your team. I think it's worth mentioning that he also points out what a truly frightening proposition the idea of day 2 is. He predicts that day 2 would be stasis, followed by irrelevance, followed by excruciatingly painful decline, followed by death. And that's why he insists in Amazon it's always day one. And he also points out that that type of decline can happen in extreme slow motion. An established company might slowly move towards day 2 for decades until a final inevitable result arrives. So how do you fend off day 2 thinking? What are the techniques? What are the tactics? How do you keep the vitality and the freshness of day 1 inside such a large organisation? Well, here's the 4 essentials for day 1 thinking. Number 1 is customer obsession. Now notice I said obsession here, not satisfaction, because it's always been about being truly obsessed with pleasing the customer and also knowing that they're also happily dissatisfied. And that means there's more things that they would like or they would enjoy, but they don't even know yet. So there's always huge opportunities to please them. And if you watch Amazon, they continually release new products, new services that make you thrilled if you're an Amazon customer. And the second one is outcome orientation. And what Bezos talks about here is that many companies as they grow become process orientated. We're doing the work, we're doing the project, we're revising the policy, we're implementing the system, but they forget to measure, did we get anything out of it in terms of pounds, shillings and pence? Did we produce the results that we actually require? And when you start up it's really easy because you've got no cash, everything has to work. But when you get bigger and you have more resources, people often start to focus on doing their work versus getting the result. And I see this in companies all the time where people are doing a good job, but because the finish line is not clear enough, they sometimes don't achieve the required results. And step 3 is early adoption of trends. And what he talks about here is not resisting change and being eager to try out new things. Now you don't need to be first and you don't necessarily need to be at the leading edge of innovation, but you need to do enough to continually adopt and embrace change and be part of it. And step 4 is high velocity decision making. And he talks about how as companies get bigger and because there's more stakeholders involved, they often get lost in debate upon debate and instead of making the right decision, spend too much time trying to make the perfect decision. And the key thing to ask yourself here is your decision making being made quickly so that you can move faster to really take care of your customers? So what I would challenge you to do is, with your team, take these 4 questions and rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10. And then consider of those 4, which would benefit the company most if you were to really set about improving it in 2021. In summary, day 1 thinking keeps us fresh, it keeps us vibrant, it keeps us taking care of our customers, and it actually makes it a more enjoyable place to work because good stuff happens. And day 2 thinking, it's really easy to fall into because we get comfortable, and this is extremely risky, never mind the fact that it's not very rewarding. It only works, so give it a go. You'll thank me later. I'll see you again tomorrow. In the meantime, you go out there and start making it a cracking 2021.